What's up for tonight's Mystery Movie Monday at Regal? It was Mercy, starring Chris Pratt and directed by Timur Bekmambetov, who you may remember from directing the Angelina Jolie thriller Wanted. So, and yeah, kind of the director who did Wanted, you can see kind of some of that stuff, you know? It was like whoosh and boo, wow, look at this stuff moving around, and you're like, whoa. So that was a part of it. I don't know. If you're a stoner, you might have a good time being a stoner at it. And written by Marco Van Bell, who has also written a couple Arthur and Merlin movies. And yeah, so this movie, Mercy, was a sci fi crime action thriller, and it was an IMAX. And so the mystery of tonight was that they made us pay $11 instead of 5, which is normally the Mystery Movie Monday price on Monday, National Popcorn Day, which Fandango reminded me of or alerted me to this morning when I checked in my email. Um, and so one of the coolest parts of today was that I got a free popcorn for dressing up as a movie character. And if you can't tell, I'm a very dime store version of Marty McFly, which is my kind of one of my go-to uh, costumes when I don't want to like really put much effort into dressing up. So you find you do the Canadian tuxedo, find a blue plaid or striped shirt, maybe a vest. If you got a Walkman, boom, there you go. You're a quick Marty McFly, one of the more easy and recognizable movie figures of all time. So they gave me a free popcorn, and one of the coolest things about today's movie was the movie was fine. It was good enough to watch. I saw it with my dad. It was a popcorn flick, so pretty appropriate to have on that kind of day. I was a little worried going into it. I had an idea it would be this movie today for Mystery Movie Monday, because when I looked at the seating chart, it was in the IMAX cinema, and so I figured it was Mercy, because it kept saying IMAX, Mercy, yada yada yada. But I was a little worried because it kind of had that War of the Worlds vibe. And if you saw War of the Worlds in 2025, starring Ice Cube, I am sorry, because that was not a good movie. And it essentially ended up just being a big long commercial for Amazon. And this movie is similar in that, like, much of the movie, the protagonist is just sitting in one place looking at screens and doing all that kind of stuff. And then when I saw the movie was an Amazon production, it's one of the first things that pops up on screen. I was like, oh no, are we going to get more of that? But to my pleasant surprise, it was an enjoyable enough movie. It wasn't crazy, it wasn't groundbreaking, but there was some action, there was a couple fun set pieces. I like the premise in general. It kind of has like shades of Minority Report, though nowhere even near as good as Minority Report. Gosh, I love Minority Report. Wouldn't it be nice to get another movie of that caliber in the sci-fi crime thriller who done it mystery genre? And this was a Chris Pratt movie. You know, Chris Pratt, he's a guy that I think audiences have an easy time rooting for, although I haven't he's dropped off for me a tad in the last few years. But he was Chris Pratt, and he wasn't like silly Chris Pratt. He was like, I didn't kill my wife, Chris Pratt. um and that's not a spoiler, because that's all he says in the previews. So it was it was fun enough to watch with your dad, or if you're going with a buddy who likes this kind of stuff, who wants a little action. Go with your buddy who wants a little action. um it was fun. It was fine. I watched it and I wasn't upset or displeased with that fact. And so I wouldn't recommend it to everybody necessarily, but it's a pretty harmless movie. It probably could have done more because it's about this AI courtroom, and there was sufficient twists and turns, and it was not the craziest movie I've ever watched, but uh, it had a cop movie in LA feel with, but it was in 3D as well. So they gave you the 3D glasses, and that's kind of annoying at some points. It's kind of a lot on my fat head. But it kind of makes it like you're in a ride, at Disneyland or something like that. Like that, you're in a ride and you're like moving through stuff, and sometimes it's kind of fun to see a 3D movie in the theater, in a big IMAX theater, and so I enjoyed that. And I also enjoyed the SpongeBob um, cup they gave me. So that was fun. Look at that. That's a cool thing. That's a big plus, a major bonus. So, way to go, Regal. Thanks. I'm glad you're trying to get rid of that merch. So now I got a SpongeBob cup to add to my collection of SpongeBob memorabilia that just lines my place. So yeah, Mercy. It was fine. See it with a friend or someone if you're into seeing crimey, sci-fi, actiony, Chris Pratty, because that's what it is. So that was my Mostly Vibes non-spoiler review of the Mystery Movie Monday, Mercy. Thanks for stopping by. What'd you think of it? Did you see it? Did you see the Mystery Movie when it was this? Were you appointed or disappointed? What'd you think of the movie? Yeah, we'll see ya.